Hello, I'm Andrew Francis of ComplyPack. Welcome to the first in a series of short videos to help you submit your EPR packaging data to us via the ComplyPack portal. Before registering and reporting, you should have enrolled on the government system called Report Packaging Data, or RPD. ComplyPack can provide more information about how to do this. Once you've enrolled and chosen ComplyPack as your scheme, you can then report your packaging by logging onto the ComplyPack website. This video is to give you an overview of what you should report and when. Under EPR, there are two sizes of producer. Large organisations, those with a turnover of more than 2 million, who are responsible for more than 50 tonnes of packaging, must enrol and register by 1st of October, report packaging weights every 6 months, and will then be responsible for funding packaging waste recycling when the full EPR is introduced in 2025. Small producers with a turnover of over 1 million, who supply more than 25 tonnes, have reporting obligations only, reporting annually. There are 6 packaging activities under EPR. For each piece of packaging, there can only be one responsible producer, so packaging should only be reported once under one of these activities. For branded packaging, the UK brand owner is responsible if they are a large organisation. For unbranded packaging, it is the packer filler. For packaging around imported goods, it is the importer that is responsible. For empty packaging supplied by a packaging supplier, they are responsible for empty packaging they supply to small businesses. There are obligations for companies operating online marketplaces, such as Amazon or eBay. And finally, companies that hire out reusable packaging systems have obligations. There is a separate video on our YouTube channel explaining packaging activities in more detail. Large organisations must report every 6 months, with the first reporting period being 1st of January to 30th of June 2023. Please report this data to ComplyPack by 20th of September so that we can meet the legal deadline of 1st of October. The packaging weight must be reported in kilograms by packaging material, type, that is household and non-household, and class, which is primary, secondary, tertiary and shipment. There is a separate video on our YouTube channel explaining packaging type and class. This data should be as accurate as reasonably possible, and records should be kept for 7 years. Unlike the outgoing packaging regulations, you do not need to report packaging you export. So deduct the weights of packaging you export prior to reporting, but you really should keep a record of this information in case of audit. Do not report reusable packaging that's on its second or subsequent trip. Internal packaging, that is packaging that's used within a business but is not used to supply goods, should not be reported. And finally, you do not have obligations on packaging that you do not own. The materials that you need to report under are similar to that under the old regulations, with 2 changes. A new material has been introduced, which is fibre-based composite. This is classified as a composite material, where paper or fibre is the predominant material, and it is laminated with plastic. For other materials, such as string or cork, you now need to name and report the material weight separately. Thanks for watching, and I hope that was helpful. There are other videos on ComplyPack's YouTube channel explaining packaging activities and packaging class and type. Please contact ComplyPack if you have any further questions.